Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are happy and healthy. Children, as you all know, we are studying nowadays writings and we are learning a lot. And we have completed notice writing, letter writing, essay writing, story writing, comprehension passages. These type of the things we have completed. Yesterday we have started newspaper report writing. Today we will be continuing the same topic today, children. And today we are going to practice how to create newspaper report writing. So children, let's start. Children, as we have discussed yesterday, the steps or format of newspaper report writing. So here, now I am going to revise once again how to write newspaper report writing. First of all, the heading, the format of writing newspaper report. First is heading, children. Now second is name of the reporter. Name of the reporter. Who is reporting, who is giving this information to the newspaper report, you will mention. And after that, number 3 is place, date. Place, date, beginning of the report. That you will always mention, children. These are the very important point. First of all, we will mention heading. Heading, as we have discussed in our video class, that heading should be very catchy. It means we have to create an interesting heading because we are attracting the readers. That is why this is very important. You have to create an attractive heading, and after that, name of the reporter. If you are writing newspaper report, so you will mention your name over there, and after that, place and date of the report. Whichever date was there, you have to mention and place. And now fourth thing that is also very important for newspaper writing report, that is factual details. Yes, children? This is also very important part because you are writing newspaper report on the facts. You are not creating any story. You are not writing story writing. You are writing, you are reporting the correct information to the readers. So children, always remember, whenever you are writing newspaper report writing, you have to be very particular about your factual things, factual details. Now fifth, that is very important, that conclusion. So if you are writing a report about any murder or any mystery, that conclusion you will give at the end of your report, that you can mention over there the procedure of investigation is going on, and you are not going to judge any people, or you are not claim a person who is culprit or who is victim. So here you are not judging anything, you are just informing the people, those who are reading your newspaper report, to tell that when this incident was taken place and where. So, and all the things you will not able to write because you are not a judge or police. So you will get the information from the police and the judiciary that you can mention if you are having. Don't make any story about that. If you are having the factual details about this incident, only that you will write in the newspaper report. So these format you have to keep in mind always whenever you are writing newspaper report. So children, be very particular about that. These are, you can say, this is the format of writing newspaper report. Okay children? So now we are going to write few questions on that, basis on that, and we are going to create newspaper report. Okay children? So first I am going to write one question on the board. You just copy it from the board and try to write with me newspaper report. So first of all, I am going to write question. A fire broke out in a slum. Out in a slum area near Simapuri in Delhi. So your question is that a fire broke out in a slum area near Simapuri, New Delhi. So children, after that we will write a report in 150 to 200 words for the Times of India. This is the renowned newspaper, and you are Rohan. This situation will give in your examination Rohini. If you are girl, you can imagine yourself you are Rohan or Rohini, a staff reporter. A staff reporter. Okay children? Now here situation is given, already given, and here you can see your name will be mentioned over here. So everything is here. Now you just take this incident and you have to create one report writing on the basis of that. So children, first of all, write it down the question. A fire broke out in a slum area near Simapuri in Delhi. Write a report in 150 to 200 words for the Times of India. You are Rohan or Rohini, a staff reporter. So you will write a report. You can say the limitation is given over here. You have to write in 150 to 200 words. So children, let's start writing or completing this newspaper report. Now children, I am going to write the report. So children, learn to write. Now here we are going to write heading first, because heading should be very interesting and catchy. It does not mean that you can add anything. You just write the heading according to the theme, according to the question. So here 50 killed. So you will write in the bold letter 50 killed, 100 injured. 100 injured. 100 injured in massive fire. In a massive fire. So you can see over here that lot of casualties there, 50 killed, it means they dead. And here you can see 100 injured, it means 100 casualties are there. So it is a massive fire. Okay, now you have to write over here, you should mention your name because you are a reporter, and you should mention your name. The name is already given in the question, Rohan or Rohini, that you are going to write in that. Okay children, so by staff reporter Rohan or Rohini, Times of India. The Times of India, children. Okay, so this you will mention after the heading, children. Now we are moving to write the report. What type of the report we will write? According to the question that you have to mention a fire broke out in the slum area near Simapuri in Delhi, and write a report in 150 to 200. Now here the fire broke out in Simapuri, that is our topic. So now we are going to continue our report, children. From here we will write Delhi. Previous night is 19 January 2021. You have to mention whole date. Nearly 500 dwellings. 500 dwellings. Dwellings means were gutted yesterday evening at 5 p.m. in a fire that broke out in a densely populated slum. Populated slum near Simapuri, 50 people are reported dead, while 100 are said to be critical. Now children, one sort of writing we have completed. Now here you can say you have mentioned all the things in the first part of your writing. It means you have given the facts, whatever you have gained from nearby people. So here you can see Delhi, 19 January 2021, nearly 500 dwellings were gutted yesterday evening at 5 p.m. You have mentioned over here time also, it is correct. So you have mentioned. Now, in a fire that broke out in a densely populated, now here densely populated slum near Simapuri, 50 people are reported dead, okay, while 100 are said to be critical. It means they are injured badly, that you have mentioned over here. So children, you can copy it, because you can take a screenshot, because we are moving to write more, because we are having limitation to write down 150 to 200 words. So children, now you can change this lines also, but few lines are left in the a lot of hutments, of the area are using plastic sheet, sheets. And now here you can see, children, you are giving cause also, why it was happened. So you are giving the cause because a lot of huntmen of the area are using plastic sheets. That is why caught fire. Sheets as waterproofing for their roofs, and these may have caused the fire to be spread. So children, cause you have also mentioned over here, why it's caught fire, because of the plastic sheet as they were using as a waterproofing. So plastic sheet as waterproofing for their roofs, and these may have caused the fire to spread. Now children, here you have mentioned, it is more possible that why that place caught fire, because of their plastic sheets. Now children, we are moving, you just copy it or write it down. Now we are moving to the next paragraph. Take a screenshot, children. Now children, we are moving to the next paragraph. So for this I am going to erase. Because we don't have much space, that is why I am erasing, but you have to write all the things in a one page, 1 or 2 page, whatever the things you required you can mention. The cause of the fire is still unknown. It is still unknown. According to an official, to an official, the piles of plastic, the piles of plastic fed the fire, which turned wild. Wild means out of control. So that is called wild. Now wild. Rescue workers were seen carrying the dead and the injured, to the nearby hospital. Okay, children? Now here you can see the situation was worst and you have mentioned all the details in the newspaper report. You can say this is totally fact because you are writing, you have seen this scene in the main point where you have found this massive fire was taken place. So children, to the hospital. Now the fire rendered a great number of families shelterless and without food. Now children, here you are writing the consequences of that massive fire. So you are writing the correct thing because after that what happened, the slum area is also called a very poor and where the people are living, they are not very much very capable to continue their living. Okay, so these type of the things are there in the slum areas. So here you are writing the fact the fire rendered a great number of families shelterless and without food because all things were burned. Now food, many of the casualties occurred due to asphyxiation. asphyxiation of the victims. Okay, children? A large number of the injured large number of injured were having more than 80 burns, more than 80% burn. So it is typically not good burns, and thus were unlikely to survive. So 80% burn, you can say it's quite dangerous. So that is why 80% burn, and thus were unlikely to survive. So this is really massive fire accident. So now here we are moving to the next line. The Chief Minister of Delhi visited the area and ordered an inquiry to establish the case of the fire. Okay, children? Now, he also announced. Now here we are writing announced. He also announced grants in the form of cash and kind. Children. So here you can see the intensive, whatever the Chief Minister is giving, it is written over here. So here, children, the cause of the fire is still unknown. According to an official, the piles of the plastic fed the fire, which turned wild. Rescue workers were seen carrying the dead and the injured to the nearby hospital. The fire rendered a great number of families shelterless and without food. Many of the casualties occurred due to asphyxiation of the victims. A large number of the injured were having more than 80% burn and thus were unlikely to survive. The Chief Minister of the Delhi visited the area and ordered an inquiry to establish the case of the fire. He also announced grants in the form of cash and kind. Now here we have concluded our newspaper report. Now the conclusion is that Chief Minister has announced some relief for the victims. Now children, everything you have mentioned over here, whatever you have seen by your own eyes, and the fact you have gathered and you have collected from the nearby peoples. So these facts we have mentioned over here, and this is the complete report you can see, because each and everything, date, time, place, peoples, and how many numbers of the casualties are there, how many were killed in that case, massive fire case. So everything you have discussed over here, you have noticed over here, and you have given the information to the readers. So I think it is the best reporting newspaper report, and this is only for the practice, because this is too long, and in exam only I can say 50 to 60 words will be, or 50 to 100 words will be given to write. This is only for the practice, children. Practice it and practice to write the fact about the incident. So whatever the incident was taken place in the Simapuri, Delhi, so it is mentioned in the newspaper report. So children, practice it, and we will meet again. Till then, bye-bye and take care, and take a screenshot also.